$100, gift card, if you will, because some people can't get cash, but gift card if you want to. All you got to do is go to xquadaffiliates.com/contest and follow the information or follow the directions on how you can win. And then completely keep coming back because there are going to be more promotions that they're going to run. So xquadaffiliates.com/contest. So we were talking about football, but let's get in a little bit of basketball right now. Not into the NBA just yet. We'll get to that in a moment. But I want to talk, well, actually a little bit of NBA, but it's really more college basketball. Once again, we are talking about college basketball. We are talking about players getting paid, and we are talking about college coaches being included or being named in these situations of players getting paid, So the latest one that just came out today was DeAndre Ayton, the number one overall pick for the Phoenix Suns, who went to the University of Arizona for 1 year. Now there's reports that Coach Sean Miller, who coached DeAndre Ayton, was basically paying him $10,000 per month. And this $10,000 per month is the story is coming from an assistant that was on this roster. But this is an investigation. This is a continued investigation that's been going on probably about 2 years almost at this point. And it's been going on a long time with the FBI, and they have been coming up with names. We saw Chuck Person, who was a guy who was well known in the NBA, but he got into some legal trouble, and some other coaches got into some legal troubles. And I talked about this way back when, when it first started, because I was looking at the schools, and I'm like, okay, we got online university, we got round the corner university, and everything. And I was like, this thing is going to grow. And that's exactly what it has done. And now it is getting to some people that are pretty known in the basketball industry as far as the general public, if you will. And I'll say it again, there is unless someone can chop the head off at the beginning or near the end, this thing is going to go even bigger. I just feel it in my bones. I have nothing, any source or anything like that, no smoking gun or anything like that. This is just a feeling in my bone that there is a big fish out there. And that fish is shaking in their boots because it is getting closer and closer and closer to some of these top coaches that people have been talking about, have probably been paying players. But basically how this thing goes is that to secure the services of Ayton, they were going to be paying him $10,000 a month. And then also there was money to be paid out to get him to come to the school. So he comes to the school. They're saying he's getting paid this money, which, is pretty much, you got to think if a kid gets there in August, maybe July, but if he gets there in August, let's just say that, and they're leaving in after March Madness, because you would think with his talent, they could at least get to the tournament. We're talking about 7 or 8 months, of getting money. So $70,000 to $80,000 that might be sitting in this young man's pocket that he was using for day-to-day or whatever it is that he was, using it for. Some kids, they send the money home or whatever it is. But back to, this whole thing with Sean Miller. Sean Miller, if this is true, this could be the one that catapults into that stratosphere of these big-time coaches. And might be getting closer to a coach that, of course, don't want to be recognized, on something like this. But it could really shake up the NCAA and how things, are done. This could be the thing that moves them into actually paying players. to come to the school, or if they come to the school, to paying players. If they are definitely involved in a reason in why the university is making the money that they are, this could be something that people are going to look at and say, that's where it started. That's exactly where it started. So they have wiretaps of the assistant talking to, I'm forgetting his first name, but Dawkins, he was trying to start up a sports management group and trying to get players. And it just goes to what everyone knows. There's no surprise. That's the thing right now. No one is shocked. No one is taken back. This is more about now, and what it should be. This is more about, not should players get paid. It's more about how much are you going to pay them. Now, I'll tell you this. The college players are not going to be happy about it, because you are not going to be making $10,000 a month, not from the school. Now, if you're allowed to use your likeness and everything, yeah, you could make some extra money and everything. But it just has to be done right. It just has to be done right. That's the biggest thing, on it. Because when you look at this whole picture, you step back and you look at this whole picture, everything around college sports, not just basketball, but football, we know those are the two that brings in all the dollars. But when you look at the big picture, or look at that entire picture, and you step back, everything is surrounded by professionalism. Everything is, what am I trying to say? Let me make it a little easier. The kids are considered amateurs. To me, that's just a tag that they put on these kids. But everything around the kid, there's nothing amateur about what's surrounding the kid. The coach is considered professional. The AD, the university, the teachers, everything around except for the student is considered a professional. And then now the student wants to be considered a professional so they can, indulge into some type of pay for play. And you want to throw out there, oh, no. You're an amateur. You're an amateur. It's crazy. It's crazy. But this thing is not going to stop. It's going to keep climbing. Sean Miller is not the big fish in this whole thing. I don't know who that person is, but there is at least one. And if you do think that coaches are not paying players, you have lost your mind. It goes back decades. Let's just say that. It goes back decades. It just now, it's a little bit more of an underground business, for the players. Underground business for the players. So there's going to be more names out there that's going to come out. In the Wait a Minute Show chat room, shouts out to my man Ryan. He said the CFL draft this Saturday will be on TSN and ESPN. So, ladies and gentlemen, make sure if you got time or you find time, go in there and watch the CFL draft. Look, now it's not the NFL, but there are guys who have played in the CFL who has made their way into the NFL, and you could say, hey, I've seen this guy. I know what he's going to do. I know what he's going to bring to the table. And then it's football. He's still bringing some good football to watch. A lot of guys that came from the CFL and has done well in the CFL and as well in the NFL. So check it out this weekend, the CFL draft. My man Chief Rocket Jersey Vern, he brought up Saban. So I guess he's thinking Saban is going to be one of the guys that might be, on the hot seat. I don't know. Okay, let me just say this. If, let's just, for this particular purpose, let's just imagine that Saban was doing this. I don't think Saban is that naive or that crazy to have his hands in it in any way. Saban is like Nino Brown, He gonna blame it on the light-skinned guy. It'd be like, I was just along for the ride. Hey, I was just along for the ride. But it's gonna be somebody. In the Wait a Minute Show chat room, we were talking about the CFL draft, and Ron was in there entering names. He was talking about Flutie, Doug Flutie, and Warren Moon. They came from the CFL into to the NFL, and actually, Warren Moon is a Hall of Famer. So, and it's more guys, that went there and they had, success, and then they came to the NFL. So, but yeah, those are just a couple, that did go there and then they came back. And then you still got some guys that was in the NFL that went there and did all right, for themselves. So what we're going to do, we're going to take a break, and then we're going to come back from the break. We'll talk about these matchups that's going to be coming up in the next few days, NBA matchups, Bucks, Celtics, 76ers, Raptors, and the Rockets and the Warriors. We'll get into a rumor that was put out today about two NBA superstars possibly teaming up to play for a team that could be pretty dangerous. So it'll be that and more. The Big L Award, again, you don't want to go anywhere because the Big L Award, I'm putting my life on the line, ladies and gentlemen. My life on the line. But before we do all that, we got to take this break. So we'll be back after these words.
Hey, what's up, everybody? I am Vince Wright, the sports governor, and you know me from the Sports Done Right show. But when I'm not doing Sports Done Right, I'm in the executive mansion chilling with the Wait a Minute show. That's right, Jelani, Lopan, indeed. Keep it tuned here, y'all. The Wait a Minute show. My name is Vince Wright, and I approve this message.
Attention, all sports fans. If you're someone who wakes up each morning with lists of sporting events to go along with your to-do list for the day, then you just might be a diehard. The world of sports is as vast as the ocean is deep, including the major leagues, the minor leagues, the college, and everything in between. This is me, your boy Larry B of IE Sports Radio, welcoming you to join me every Monday evening at 4 p.m. Pacific, 7 p.m. Eastern on The Defining Moment, a show that focuses on what really matters in the sports world, sports themselves, and nothing outside of them. Once again, tune in for The Defining Moment with me, your boy Larry B, every Monday evening at 4 p.m. Pacific, 7 p.m. Eastern on IE Sports Radio, right here on Spreaker.com. We'll see you then.
Being good at life means getting your finances together so you can focus on the moments that matter most. With over 170 years of expertise, New York Life Insurance Company provides you with benefits you can enjoy while you're, well, living. So give me, Doug Stewart, your local New York Life agent, a call. I can help you build a solid financial future to help you and your family be good at life. You can reach me at 678-770-8073 or look for me at NewYorkLife.com.
Do you want your next Atlanta event to be memorable? If so, have Drinking Color at your next function. Drinking Color is sophisticated bartending that creates signature cocktails for your special occasion. Wow your family, friends, and business associates next time with Drinking Color. You can contact the owner, Kiki Lewis, at 678-813-7102. That's 678-813-7102. You can also email her at drinkincolor@gmail.com and follow on Instagram at drinkincolor. And tell her you were referred by the Wait a Minute show. Drinking Color, cocktail catering. Let the cocktail sparkle at your next event.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are back and you're listening to...
It's the Wait a Minute show.
on X Squad Radio.